Hi, everyone. It's Al from Boston. It is 1:23 on the Eastern Seaboard. It is Thanksgiving Day. I wanted to have a quick fireside chat with you, a come to Jesus moment, if you will. Okay. I just tweeted a bunch of stuff. Let me go over that, and then we'll go on to some of the other questions and comments I've been getting in the last couple of days. Let's talk about Ken Griffin for a sec. So Ken Griffin purchased a copy of the Constitution from a bunch of what is it, crypto guys a couple days ago in an auction. Great, wonderful. He's been doing shit like this for the last month. I don't know, like 6 months, 7 months, buying art, buying really expensive things that make the news for some reason. Hint, hint, making the news as to indicate that he's got all the money in the world and he's completely happy and he's calm as Hindu cows and he's in a Zen-like state. That's not fucking true at all. He is hemorrhaging money, and I'm talking hemorrhaging money. That probably came from his personal wealth, not Citadel's. What he's trying to tell you is he can hold on forever. He can do this forever, as to indicate to you that you need to get out of this play because it's never going to come to fruition. It's going to take years, and you need your money right now for Christmas and Thanksgiving and this, that, and the other. Let me tell you something. If you sell out, or if you're a retail investor like me and you sell out because of this pettiness for over over silly shit like this, you don't deserve it. You really don't. I'm willing to hold for years to accumulate generational wealth, right? That's the rest of your family line for generations, if you don't know what that means, right? It's just a psychological ploy. They do this sort of thing to get in our heads. It's not true, though. And he's got, in his coattails, a bunch of other smaller hedge funds that are not as big as him. They're tiny fuckers. They're small fish. They're going to get fried. They're not going to be able to keep up the capital requirements. They can't keep this up forever. Absolutely not. There's no way that's going to be possible. Okay? So think about this, right? Think about how the market's going down. Every time the market has instability or some kind of crazy nonsense or whatever, NFC, the DTCC and the SEC, they up the margin requirements, they up everything. And that means they got to come up with capital, crazy amounts of capital, depending on what positions they hold. How long do you think they'll be able to sustain that for? They're not going to be able to. They're spending money more than they're making it. They're upside down, if anything. So you don't have to worry about this play. This play is more or less done and over with. We're just waiting for the first one to fold, waiting for a catalyst. You're driving yourself crazy, and there's no need for it. There's absolutely no need for it because they can't hold this on forever. They might sustain themselves for a little while, but they can't keep it forever. And there's reasons why I am so comfortable with this, because there's enough reasons to stay in the game, to relax, and there are reasons to doubt and pay per hand, right? Let's talk about some of those things, okay? The first thing I think about, honestly, is GameStop. They could release their NFT any day. They've already started the work on it. They could drop their NFT load, and the game is over. They're going to be in debt. Citadel and the hedge funds will be in debt in the trillions, which they will not be able to make, and that's over with. It's all done and over with. That's Ryan Cohen thing, right? We own the float multiple times. We argue pettily. It's such a disgusting thing. We argue over how many times the float because we want to know how many times, how much money we can make off of it. Listen, we're all going to get rich from this thing. Let's not lose our shit over something petty, right? We own the float multiple times. We know that it doesn't matter how many times right now. All we need to know is that we own it a couple times over and over and over again, right? There are tons of institutional buyers and hedge funds that are on our side that are buyers. Those companies are filled with Ivy Leaguers, just like Citadel. Do you think that they would buy into the rigged game? They're holding on to their stocks. They're not selling. If they're not selling, why would you sell? Doesn't make any sense. Those people are much smarter than any of us. Ivy Leaguers, guys that have been doing this for a long time, years, generations possibly, and they're not leaving. They're buying and they're upping their share count. So if they're not leaving, why would you? Doesn't make any sense. Why would you ever leave? Doesn't make any sense. Okay. NFTs covered. Listen, I'm not going to go after and attacking other retail investors that have celebrity on this, that have a presence online. I've been propositioned to speak ill of people, people to talk. They've asked me to talk down to people. One guy offered me cryptocurrency to talk shit about another ape, another retail investor, and I won't do it. I will not accept it. I cannot be bought or sold. Just a heads up on that. I hate that stuff. I'm not going to comment on people, and I'm not going to assassinate their character. I don't know them. I don't know what their experiences are. I don't know what their life has been like. For me to just publicly call out somebody and embarrass them, to humiliate them, to call them dumb or whatever, I simply won't be a part of that. I won't be a party to any of that stuff. And the other thing is a gentleman made a comment regarding share dilution, right? Yes and no. That's absolutely true, and it's absolutely not true, because we don't know how many FTDs are out there. It goes back to the same premise. We don't know unless there's a share count done. The premise, I believe that he's right. He's probably right, but we just don't know how many shares, how many synthetics, how many FTDs are out there. And it puts us in a weird place, because what happened was he was trying to communicate something that a lot of people didn't understand. He was trying to communicate a high level thing, and it came across as something crazy, and that wasn't his intention. I don't believe that he was maliciously trying to cause people to sell. I really don't believe that. He's been here a long time. I think he's genuine in his comments and his deliberations, and I have nothing but respect for the guy, as I have with everybody else that's on this platform. It's decency and respect. That being said, please don't ask me to talk about it. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't have that level of expertise. What I can tell you is what I know. And I know this play is good. I know that we're all going to make tons of money off of this, but we have to fucking take it down a notch. We have to relax. We have to stop sending out the sentiment that this play and there's disunity in the group, because look at what they're doing. They're analyzing all the social media. They're looking for weaknesses in the armor, and they're poking at it, which is what has happened. They're seeing, if they can do this with us in the sentiment analysis, they can keep doing this over and over again, and they could gain traction and start running with it. Okay, so be smart. Don't write anything that the analysis is going to pick up on and create sentiment, because they will absolutely use that against us. If anything, put positive stuff out there. Going to the moon, Kenny's bankrupt, whatever. In fact, I'm going to try to find somebody that knows how the system works, sentiment analysis, data collection, and we're going to see if we can figure out a way to throw it off somehow. I sent out an email last week to a friend of mine who was at MIT. He's working for Microsoft now over in Washington State. I will find out about that, and I will report back, and I will tell you exactly what needs to happen, if anything needs to happen. Thank you again. Listen, today's Thanksgiving, okay? Enjoy your family, enjoy your loved ones. Be thankful that you're in this play, that you have everything. And if you don't, I'm sorry you don't have it, or if you're working or you don't have a family or whatever, I am sorry for that. But take it easy, relax, eat an Eskimo pie, have a drink, whatever it takes for you to relax. Everything is fine. The ship is still floating. We're not sinking, and there's nothing to worry about. So Al from Boston signing out. Have a great Thanksgiving. God bless you and keep you. Bye-bye.